Alright guys, so I've just got this little slide here. I'll just keep it on this slide while we go through this video. Okay, so you start to build an email list. You want to do affiliate promotions. So how do you make sure that you can monetize? How can you make sure that you make sales when other people are promoting? And that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so I've managed to win competitions with a much smaller email list than the people I was competing with. Okay, I've managed to win affiliate competitions when all of the top 4 or 5 competitors were actually teams of people against just me. Okay, and that is very possible if you got the right conditions. Now the right conditions mean that the product fits your email list. Okay, for me it's very easy because most of my email list come from buying my SEO softwares. Okay, so I have very targeted list for search engine optimization. I'm trying to get into affiliate marketing now, so that's why I'm doing these videos. It helps me to build a list for affiliate marketers, and I've got some very interesting stuff to share as well, so hopefully people can see the value of that, and they will start to respond and stay on the list so they can get more of this kind of training. The second condition needs to be that you have very good bonus. Okay, so having a good bonus with a product that you're promoting that fits your email list are the two prerequisites, you could say. Okay, now there are some twists that we can use as well. For example, the reason I won those competitions that were against sort of people with much bigger lists, especially in combination. Each one individually would have had a bigger email list than me, but in combination it would have been far more. And the reason I managed to do it is because I make more than one sale per promotion. Okay, more than one sale per customer per promotion. And the way you do that is you offer a really good bonus, and you can offer incremental bonuses as well. So for example, if you buy the front end, I'm going to give you this checklist. Okay, if you buy the OTO1, I'm going to give you this tool to automate what's in that checklist. Okay, this makes people think, okay, I want the tool, so I'm going to buy the front end, I'm going to buy the OTO1. Okay, this is how we can make more sales per customer. That's how you can win these competitions. That's how you can really stand out. Now I used to even go as far as OTO2 and just make the bonuses better all the way through, and before you know it, you're making 3 times the sales you would normally make. And often when it comes to these big product launches, people are going to buy that particular product. You know that they're going to buy that particular product, and the reason you know why is because the product creator's got a massive affiliate audience, a massive affiliate army behind them, and what that means is that everybody's inbox is going to get hammered with this same promotion again and again, to the point where they've been exposed to it so much, and everybody seems to be buying this thing. There must be something really good here. I don't want to miss out. Well, it's in the launch, and the launch price is there. Everybody's throwing scarcity at me in my inbox. How do you stand out? Well, you can tell them. I did this once. I said to them, look, you're going to buy this anyway. Your inbox is going to get hammered. So you know that you're probably going to buy it. The only question you've got is who you're going to buy it from. Okay, so here's my bonus. I'm telling them, just being upfront. I'm just being honest. Okay, I'm an affiliate marketer. I'm here to make money as well. Watch and learn from what I do. Don't criticize it, because you can learn from it. You can use it yourself. And this is affiliate marketing. Okay, this is how we do it. This is strategy. So basically, that's what I did. I told him what the bonus was. Now it was a very unique bonus as well. But I made, I think in the first 3-4 days, about $4,000 in commissions. And then I stopped the promotion. I had to stop the promotion because a part of the tool didn't work. And I had a Facebook group at the time where people were complaining that something wasn't working. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was something about the speech to text or text to speech, or something wasn't working properly. So I had to stop promoting it when everybody else carried on with that. So I didn't win that competition. I wouldn't have won that competition anyway because there was so many big people in it. But I was making very good commissions in a matter of 2 or 3 days that it could easily have gone into, 5 figures promotion for me. But that is the kind of thing that you need to do. You need to just think, okay, what do these people need, and who is my competition, and what can I do to stand out from the competition? and put yourself in the shoes of the buyer. Okay, he's going to get hit with those inboxes, with those inbox emails, you know, non-stop if he's on multiple email lists, and that's what happens. Okay, this is why private promotions are so much better. You don't have that hustle that you need to do. Okay, when you have to hustle, it's kind of fun sometimes, especially when it pays off, but you can do it so much nicer, so much easier if you got private promotions. Okay, so we will get into private promotions maybe next video or video after that. I'll share some resources that you can use that can make a hell of a difference. Okay, so bonuses that have worked for me. Okay, I'm just going to tell you stuff that I know has worked for me. There's probably a whole bunch of other stuff out there that other people can tell you has worked really well for them, and I'm not aware of those. Okay, I can only tell you what's worked for me, and this is, you know, just straight up truth stuff that has really kicked it out of the park for me. First thing is to fill in the gap, a missing piece. So somebody has a product, it might be a WordPress plugin that does something or does some feature. Now you can put a strategy behind that. Okay, so you can say to them, well, this plugin does this, this, and this, and here's the benefits of this, this, and this. But there's an information gap. How do you get to the point? Okay, so for example, if I'm doing it for email marketing, then how do you get to the point where you can build an email list? I'm telling you how to use bonuses so that you can make more sales, but you've got the question, well, how do I build an email list? So you fill in the gap. Okay, so you're looking for those opportunities in those products that you're going to promote. Okay, you try to fill in the gap. Second way is to use tools. Now I've used this really effectively, and it doesn't need to cost a lot of money. Let me tell you two stories. Okay, first one I did that really stands out, that I can remember sort of very, very strongly because of the results that we got, is I went over to Fiverr.com, and actually it was Upwork. It was whatever Upwork was called at that time. It had a different name, and I got someone to build for me a tool that would find link opportunities in Wikipedia, and we could post videos into Wikimedia and then post from Wikimedia into Wikipedia. Okay, this guy did for me, it was in Java or something like that. It was a horrible piece of code that he had built. It was heavy, it slowed down your browser, it was not easy to work with, but I gave it away as a bonus anyway because I didn't think I could sell it because it was just not right. It worked, it was just cumbersome to work with. So I gave it away as a bonus because it did work. It did actually get the results that you wanted. You could get your video put into Wikipedia, and you could have a link coming from Wikimedia and Wikipedia into your website. At that time, like, it was like 2012, 2013. That was kind of a big deal at that time. So that, I remember, it cost me $50. $50. Okay, and I had a tool. No matter how cumbersome, I had a tool that was able to go into Wikipedia and put a video in there from my YouTube channel. That link's gone back to my website as well, and we did very, very well. I can't remember how much. I can't even remember the promotion as far as like what I promoted, but I remember it did very, very well, and it stuck in my mind that only cost $50, and it's made me a lot of money from that $50 investment, and it never left me. That idea, that thought never ever left me. The next time I did it, I went into Fiverr.com, okay, and I got someone to build a WordPress plugin for me. Again, it cost $50, okay, $50 for a WordPress plugin, and I used that as a bonus as well. And again, because nobody else has got anything like this, you know, people just buy from you. They want to get that tool. This is when you can start to use the incremental bonuses. This is when you can start to use, you're going to give them a checklist or a PDF or a strategy or something for the front end. Make it worth it even if they buy the front end. Don't demonize the front end bonus in any way. Don't play it down in any way. You got to make sure it's decent. Okay, it's got to be good, but you want them to want the OTO1 as well bonus. Okay, you want them to want an OTO1 bonus and OTO2 bonus. So by using these little tools, they don't cost a lot. They're really, really easy to do as well. They're not hard because you can pay someone $50, $100, $200, even $300. I would go high enough to, if I know it's going to help me with the product launch, because when you have a reasonable size email list and when you have reasonable open rates and you can get the clicks, then you know that you can make you can go into 5 figures with promotions just because of your bonus. Whereas if I wasn't doing the bonuses the way I'm explaining to you now, I might make just a few $100s. And I did that for years, just a few $100s. I was terrible, absolutely shockingly bad at this, okay? Until it sort of kicked in one day. I thought, we've got to be a better way to do this. It's just wrong, it feels wrong. Other people are doing like 5-figure promotions. I keep hearing about 5-figure promotions. Why can't I do 5-figure promotions? And basically I just started to put the thought process into it. And when you start to put the thought process into it, it's really not that hard. Okay, it's just common sense. And when you start to see things come off them, you know, you can put it together and you can start to make things happen. Another thing I used to do then was, it's okay to use the same bonus again and again and again, which is what I did with the wiki one, the Wikipedia video poster thing. But I used to send just one email for promotion. Okay, that's a hell of a mistake. Okay, I didn't even realize that was a mistake until much later as well. That took me years to understand that was not a good thing to do. You should send multiple emails. You should stand up for your promotion. Okay, you should stand it up and say, like, I'm sticking with this. This is a good tool. I'm promoting this because I believe in this tool. Now have a look at it. Seriously, take a look at this. It's great value for money. It can get you this and this result, and you don't have that kind of hassle. Trust me, I use it myself. This is good. Okay, you can stand by it and you can send 3, 4, 5 emails. Okay, so that comes into the private promotion category, and this is where your bonuses can really kick in, because 1, you've got no competition at that time. 2, you are offering a bonus that nobody else has got anyway, and that people are interested in. And 3, you're going to have a much more concentrated audience because nobody else is promoting at that time, so you're the only one talking about that. So you can hit the angles that piques people's interest over a period of 3, 4, 5 emails, where they can see those headlines and you're piquing their interest, and it makes them think, okay, I'm going to have a look at this again, or I'm going to take a look at this for the first time, and then you tell them about the bonus as well. Now, I've also done it that I didn't promote the product, I promoted the bonus. Okay, this is the time when we did it. It was called Video Pal. That's what it was called, Video Pal, and I promoted the bonus. I mentioned the Video Pal. Okay, I basically told people, look, you're going to buy this anyway, and here's the bonus. And so I told them about the bonus for that particular product. So I promoted the bonus and not the actual product, because everybody else is promoting the product. And so I promoted the bonus, and that got me those $4,000 sales pretty quickly. Next one here is the training courses. Okay, now I do not recommend this. Okay, training courses, for me, I'm terrible at training courses. I'm not organized. I like to give a lot of information. I kind of go off and I wander as well. I cannot stick to the message with the bullet points very easily a lot of the time. So for me, training courses are not good. I don't know how to structure them properly. I just wander too easily. Okay, I've got good information, but to try and structure it is not so easy for me. Also, training courses take up time. Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm just doing in my own time. I've got like half an hour before I need to do something, or just feel like doing a video. I'll fire up Camtasia, I'll start talking as quickly and easily as that. It's good information as well. So hopefully it's going to get some traction, get some people subscribing, get people sharing the content, and more people can get to learn stuff as well. Okay, so training courses, they can work. You need to be specific about what the product is, okay, if you want to do that. If you do want to do that, the better way to do it, in my opinion, is the bottom one down here, the curated content. Curated content can work really well, okay, really super well. Okay, for example, the checklist I showed you before, the YouTube SEO checklist, that is mostly curated content. There's a lot of that comes from me as well. There's a lot of stuff I agree with, but what I did is go through the videos from people like Neil Patel and Brian Dean. And when you're listening to those kind of people, especially Brian Dean, he's got actionable tips that work, and he's shown you case studies, he's shown you results. The same with Neil Patel, etc. I'm just taking notes. I'm watching them maybe 2 times so I can take notes. I don't miss stuff that's important. Okay, so when I've got that, I put it into a checklist, and I've got something that's curated content. So you've got something similar to a course, but it's better and it's easier, okay? And you can format that quite quickly and quite easily by using the checklist maker that we have got, the Lead Blaster software that we've got, and it's really cheap and easy to access that. We're going to be doing a trial of that one probably next week or week after. So you can do these very quickly, very easily, and they are really high converting as well, because you don't need complicated funnels. When somebody signs up and they get your checklist, they install it into the Chrome browser, so they've got that Chrome extension. When they go to fire it up, they need to give you an email address. Because they've already taken that first action, most people are going to give you that email address. So you can build your list on autopilot. That's the easy way to build a list very, very quickly. It's working for me and some other people as well who are customers of Lead Blaster. So that can work, and that can work great for a bonus as well, where you can give something that is really, really specific to a product launch, or a private promotion, or a tool that you're promoting with a private promotion. The other way to do it as well is to get special bonuses from the seller, the vendor, whoever has created the product that you're promoting. This works really well, okay, really, really well. This has worked for me, both offering a unique bonus to my best affiliates and equally them doing the same for me, especially in the private promotions. It can really help. I kind of divert a little bit. It just got me thinking of something that, I used to, for years, whenever I did a product launch, I used to hire a JV manager because I thought it was easier. They could deal with all these affiliates that I didn't want to deal with. That I didn't want I didn't want them people contacting me again afterwards, like saying, "Hey, I promoted for you. You better promote for me." So I always kind of hired a JV manager so that they would do the affiliate recruitment stuff. It's not that I'm against promoting for people. It's just that it's non-stop. It's like every day there's somebody connecting with you, and it sucks up your time. That is not my whole business model. So I don't want to hustle for $200, $400, $600 sales when I could do a private promotion, make 150 sales, and go into 4 or 5 figures in commissions. Okay, so it's more interesting for me to stay away from that arena unless there's something that piques my interest. And over time, I sort of identified 2 or 3 people who were actually very, very good to work with, and still are very, very good to work with. I haven't connected with them for several weeks, right enough. Not their fault, it was just me being me, keeping away from Skype. But the last launch that we did, it was a tool called the Kgr Keyword Tool. Okay, now Kgr Keyword Strategy is from a guy called Doug Cunnington. Doug he did a fantastic job with this strategy, but the problem was that to find these keywords, you needed to do an all-entitled search, and it had to be manual, and it was kind of cumbersome. So we automated that part, okay, so that it would do this calculation that Doug came up with. Now, with that particular launch, it actually started with the product being used as a bonus. First of all, I got my coder to build it as a bonus. That particular product that we promoted at that time, I believe we'd made maybe, I think, $6,000-7,000 in commissions, and then we put it into Warrior Plus as a launch. Okay, I just connected with 2 affiliates, 2 people that I promote for often. They promote for me often, and we did a product launch in Warrior Plus. That product launch has gone on to do, like, I think it's about $30,000 right now. It's not huge by the standards of some of these launches you see happening right now, but it was only me and 2 affiliates. That was it. The other affiliates that came in because they saw it being in the lead, in the sort of top sellers of Warrior Plus, so they picked up some extra affiliates. Nobody really huge, big affiliates came in, but we still managed to do $30,000 in revenue. Okay, which is fine because I'd already made $6,000 or $7,000 in affiliate commissions before that. So for me, it's like maybe in an extra 2 months or so, it's approaching 50 grand for that particular product that started out as a bonus for a promotion. Okay, and it worked because what does it cost to build it? When you have your own coder who's a business partner, then you're giving half of that money away, but you can ask for things to get built specifically the way that you want them to get built, and you're not worried about the cost of building, so you can make better quality tools that way. That's one of the things about product creation. I'll do a separate course on that another time. I don't want to get into that too much, but you can still get things done on Fiverr.com. It's the same principle where you can use your bonus, your tool as a bonus, and then you can go into WordPress and you can sell it. Okay, and all you need is to start to get into the top sellers, and other affiliates will start to see it and they will come in, they will start to promote for you. But try and cultivate relationships with some key affiliates, people that you can get on with, people that you can trust, people that can make your sales, people that are not taking the piss, people that didn't just turn up out of nowhere that you never heard of before and who are being falsely friendly. Okay, you can build relationships with real people who are actually on your side. Okay, it's not all doom and gloom there. Like I might have made it sound in the last video, but you just need some key affiliates. Now, the thing about that $30,000 launch that we did when we'd already done $6,000 or $7,000 in commissions was that the launch I did before that, I had hired a JV manager who had done a lot of connections, a lot of connecting to other affiliates. That launch only did $28,000. Only $28,000, and I was giving away half the money for that. So the affiliates were getting 50%. He was getting a part of that as well, 50% of. So I was left with very, very little money from that. Plus, I had all the charges for PayPal and Warrior Plus and all that kind of stuff. So we actually replicated. We actually overtook the revenue of that particular launch with just 2 affiliates and myself. Okay, so that's the power of just having a handful of key relationships. Okay, you don't need hundreds of these relationships. A lot of these people, they won't even remember the last conversation you had with them. 2 months later, they just won't. Okay, so if you make it a good bonus that is a tool, you can resell it. Is the point that you can resell it and you can make more money as a launch, which builds a buyer's list for you. Okay, that's pretty key from that. The other thing in here is webinar training. Okay, this is a good one. Now, I've used this before a couple of ways, where I've given a webinar to explain how to fill in the gap. Okay, like the missing piece. I think I did one for Abbas. He had a WordPress plugin, so I did a webinar like there's 3 ways that you can use this WordPress plugin to maximize the value of this. Okay, and that worked pretty well, where I just basically set up some key strategy stuff that I saw that would really take that to another level. That would, it's a fantastic tool, great strategy. We can make that strategy better just by doing this and this. So I did a webinar for that. That worked out quite well. The other way to do it is to actually get that particular seller to do a private training with your email list. But for them to agree to that, they're probably going to need to know that you can make a reasonable amount of sales, and that he can upsell something else as well on that particular webinar. So that's another way that you can do it. Not the best way, I don't think, doing the webinar training. The training courses, I don't think, is the best way. Curated content is a very, very good way. So if you got Lead Blaster, you can do that. I'm not saying that just because I'm trying to sell Lead Blaster, which of course I want to sell Lead Blaster. It's a great tool. It gets results, okay? But it worked for me. Long before I created Lead Blaster, I was creating these Chrome extensions. I was creating, I had probably about 10, 12, maybe more of them kicking about that I used at various times for bonuses. And so that when I built Lead Blaster, it was based on the results I had previously from building these checklists. So I knew the results that we could get. I knew that they added extra money into the affiliate promotions. So that's basically some ideas that you can use for bonuses. There's nothing complicated. Nothing has to be complicated. One final one that worked really well for me. I did a series. I called it Lazy Bored SEO. Okay, and what I did is I went over to Fiverr.com. Okay, Fiverr.com. Let me just go into the main Fiverr.com over here. I'll bring this over. Now this works really well. Okay, now what I did is pick a strategy. Okay, so I would do things like podcast. Pick a strategy, anything. Get a seed keyword. Do this. Okay, now you can see some different services you get for podcast design. If you look in the category, you get podcast setup, you get podcast editing. You can do a start to finish set of Google slides about how to set up a podcast hands-free, and you can put the dollar amount next to it. So you can say, for example, how to set up podcast hands-free with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with $45 spend. Okay, 9 times $5. Okay, and you just go and pick the best $5 gigs to get something done, and you choose them according to their testimonials and stuff. So you can see this one's got like 1,000 5-star reviews. I will promote and advertise your business or website with to my podcast. You can stick that in there. So maybe this one you want to do something that is how to promote and advertise your affiliate promotion, or how to promote and advertise your service, or how to promote and advertise something, and you want to do the promotion and advertising kind of angle. And I did a series of these, and that worked really, really well. We almost won a competition at that particular time, and I sent 2 emails, and I thought that was really shocking at the time, sending 2 emails. I probably could have won that if I'd been more aggressive and sent 4 or 5 emails with different angles. But that bonus that I did that time, it was an SEO related bonus. It was about backlinking, okay, and that got us a lot of sales doing that. So I did that again. It never really did the same amount of sales the second and third and fourth time, and I kind of veered away from it after that, and I started to do the checklist stuff. But this can work really well. Okay, it can work really well, but it really depends on the topic that you're doing it on. It needs to fit your audience. It needs to be something that is interesting for them. So if it's something about make money online, then go in here and look for affiliate. Okay, type in the word affiliate, see what comes up, and see what strategies you can find that basically will stare at you in the face. How to build a funnel for $5, get someone to build a funnel for you, take a trial of ClickFunnels for 2 weeks, drive traffic from YouTube ads that cost 1 cent cost per view, and see how you go with it. Something like that, where you're really giving people like an idea or a thought that will intrigue them. Think that could work. If I can make like $500 or $1,000 in affiliate promotions over the period of that two weeks, then it makes the $97 a month worth it, kind of thing. I think it's actually $297 a month for ClickFunnels, but you get the idea how you can use these ideas. This is a good way to do it as well. Next to the checklist, this would be the one that I would recommend, or a free tool. So if you go in here for WordPress plugin, for example, WordPress plugin, again, once you've done the initial search, you want to go and find anything about developing web programming. So there's 70 there for web programming. I've got plugins done that create silos in WordPress. I've got plugins done that creates optimization for featured snippets. I've got plugins done here for, I can't remember, there's a whole bunch of different things. Cost about $50 to $100 usually. You can go and make thousands of dollars with it. Okay. How do you reach an audience if you don't have it yet? YouTube. Use the $1 per day ads. Okay. Other one that we can do as well is Gmail ads, where we can target, and Yahoo Mail ads as well. We will be doing 2 of those recipes for Ad Blaster in the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks as well, so keep an eye out for them. But those you can go and target according to the product launches. Okay, you can go and target to the product launches. You can go and siphon off with giving away free stuff. You don't even need to be selling. You can be siphoning off to be able to give away free stuff. So you get these people into your list, and you're able to remarket to them time and time again. Instead of just making that one affiliate sale, get them onto your email list first, and then you can push the affiliate sale. Anyway, I think this has gone on for about 30 minutes. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you got some value from this.